What's up, my Pina loves? It's Miss Pina D coming to you all from Entertainment News. Most of you are aware that Falynn and Jaylan are no longer together, but during their relationship, they went on VH1 Couples Retreat. Okay, and on that show, basically, they talk about the relationship, work through their differences and all of that. Now, before I get into some of his answers, because he did a Q&A tonight for the finale of the show. Now, there was an episode on Couples Retreat where he basically talked about how he was taking care of not only Falynn and her children, but also his daughter that he shares with Falynn as well, and her two little sisters. Now, I want to remind you all about what her ex-husband had to say about her when it came to her finances.
I'm no longer responsible for her financially. No, Falynn's not broke. I promise you. She's a good catch. She got plenty of money.
During that show, Jaylan explained that he just felt like, I'm summarizing, it was too much for him. He's in his early 20s and he understood stepping up and helping with her kids and their daughter that they have together, but to also include the sisters in the mix, it was just too much for him. And so Falynn was sitting there with this weird and confused look on her face because Falynn suggested to contribute to the household, and Jaylan allegedly said, no, I got it. I'm the man. I was always taught that the man take care of the household. So no, I do not need you to contribute financially. Just let me lead and do what I do. So Falynn fell back, and then he goes on TV and complained about it. So Fallyn started getting dragged. How dare you make that little boy pay? And so then he hopped on Instagram to basically clarify and defend Falynn. But at that point, the damage was done. So I'm going to get into that first because this happened a few weeks ago, and then I'm going to get into the Q&A he did tonight about their relationship. Now, of course, he answered other questions, but you already know my focus is his answers when it comes to their relationship. So let's get into that. I don't really indulge reacting to the comments, but let me clear up a few things, Falynn has her own money, and I also have my own money. I know exactly what responsibilities I took on when me and Falynn got together. The problem was I have a kind heart, and I can never say no to anyone. So when her mother reached out about her two younger daughters moving in, I immediately said yes. Falynn said no and told me that I was making a mistake. I too would have been highly upset and have a confused look on my face because you are not about to tell me I'm the man of this house. I do not need your money. You do not have to pay any bills. Then I told you no to my siblings moving in. You said yes and allowed them to move in and took on the financial responsibilities even though I insisted. But then you want to come on TV and complain and say it was too much on you? Where was this conversation within our relationship? Why are you bringing it on TV to make it look like I asked you to do anything for me or to take care of the entire household? So I completely see where she's coming from as far as getting upset. But I can also see it from this standpoint where he was going above and beyond to impress Falynn and the family. He said yes and then realized it was too much on his plate, but then felt terrible. How do I tell them no? I already said yes for them to move in here. I can't turn around and be like, oh, by the way, I can't do it anymore. So I understand the conversation going in a direction of, baby, I know I told you I could handle it all, but to be honest with you, I can't, and it's my fault for not properly communicating that with you. Then I can see it from that standpoint. Although I love her sisters like they are my own, I put too much on my plate, more than I can handle, which is my fault, and which led me into disconnecting mentally in our relationship. On the retreat, I learned some things about myself, which is learning how to set boundaries. 2, how to say no. Another thing, Falynn did help with some bills. It was me who would tell her no because I believe that men should take care of bills, but one thing for sure, wherever I lacked, Falynn did pick up. Falynn is the mother of my child. I will not sit here and let the media make her out to be this person that she is not, together or not, I am 10 toes down about that woman right there. Well, unless you are blaming editing, you did this. Imagine telling your fiance, I know my family. No, we have enough on our plate. We have a brand new baby, plus we have the other kids. It's just too much. They cannot move in. Then my fiance completely ignores me and allow them to move in anyways. And then I say I want to contribute financially to the household. Then my fiance shuts me down. It says no, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, we cool, we're communicating, everything is great. Then he goes on TV and throws me under the bus, talking about it was just too much on my plate, as if he didn't put all of those things on his own plate, as if he just admitted he checked out mentally and all of that. Of course, she have every right and reason to be upset. And then now she gets the backlash. She's getting dragged. Now you want to come on Instagram, where most of the people who watch the show, they're not coming on Instagram to click on your Instagram story to see what you wrote. They've already gotten an impression of Falynn, and that's what they're going to take and run with it. And that's what ended up happening. Now you want to defend her. I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm like bored by it, because if you did that on the show, standing 10 toes down, you wouldn't be over here defending. Okay, and clearing things up for people to leave Falynn alone. Unless, like I said, hey, blame editing all you want. But he did not blame the editing. So all of those things contributed to why they're not together. I just wanted to give you all a backstory a little bit before I get into his Q&A. Now, I said what I said about that one episode. It doesn't mean that Jaylan isn't a stand-up young man or doing the best that he can, especially for his age. On Father's Day, he posted this video of, a younger Emma, all right, baby Emma. And basically Falynn is talking in the background, but I'm just going to mute it because I want to read his caption, okay? And he wrote, "Happy Father's Day to me. Emma, I love you so much. You are the reason I wake up every day. Life would be pointless without you. I love watching you grow and learning something new every day. Today, it's just me and you. And to my bonus kids, although we aren't a family anymore, I will always love you guys and will always be one call away. You guys taught me a lot while we were together, made me cry, hurt, laugh, and love. Also, you guys helped me become a great father when Emma came on this earth. I love you guys unconditionally. Happy Father's Day to the active fathers out there who wake up every day and even days when you don't feel like it to be the best father you can be. Your love for not only just your child, but your bonus children as well will not go unnoticed." And that post also included the picture he took with Falynn boys on the night that he proposed to their mother, okay? So here's this young man. Listen, I'm hurting. We did not work out, but those are still my bonus kids. He was in their lives for a few years as Falynn's friend, and then he dated and was engaged to Falynn within a shorter amount of time than the other guy who pretended like he did not spend 5+ years in these children's lives and just disappeared like they never existed. He did it within a marriage, allegedly. When he was cheating with Portia, he disappeared for 2+ months, left her not only her kids, but his kids as well, and disappeared. And then, of course, when the relationship and the marriage ended, he pretended like they never existed. I understand the situation was messy, but they are still kids, and you don't move like that. So kudos to Jaylan for being a stand-up young man, okay? And you can't say maybe that's not what Falynn wanted, because during her very first interview, the only time she got emotional was when she mentioned her children and the family and the fact that they're no longer a family, and she would have to explain to them what happened to the man who's been in their lives for 5+ years. But he basically just turned his back like they never existed. And here's Jaylan. He doesn't have to do that, but he's still including the kids. And I get it. Those are Emma brothers as well, so they will always be connected compared to the other person. They didn't have any kids together, so it's just like, you know what? Why even hold on? Let's just move on and don't have any connection a communication at all because, those children aren't biologically mine. I'm just going to move on my life because the situation's already messy. And then you just move on with yours, which is understandable. I'm talking about the transition in the beginning, the way how it was just, I don't know those kids, bleep them kids, basically, compared to slowly adjusting the way how Jaylan is. But everyone is different. But anyways, kudos to Jaylan. So he started his Q&A by season finale is tonight. I will be answering all questions after the show ends tonight. So the first question, are you and Falynn really over? Unfortunately, yes, was his answer. Is this show the reason why y'all didn't get married or didn't last in a relationship? The show is not the reason we aren't together anymore. Things just didn't get better when going back home to our normal lives. It definitely was an eye-opener. Started noticing a lot of things. Well, let's start with communication, okay? Telling someone everything is all good while suffering in silence, and then mentally checking out of a relationship instead of communicating and saying, baby, I know I said one thing, but I've changed my mind and it's too much on me. But yet you disconnected from your fiance and the both of you are arguing and all of these things are going on and you're wondering what's happening. But then you go on TV and say it was too much. Let's start there. Of course, other things happened in the relationship, and I posted majority of their Instagram lives together, and you could notice certain things and behaviors and aspects of their relationship. But let's continue. Pay attention to the lyrics on the screen. For copyright reasons, I cannot play the audio. But when someone asks him, why did you stay with Falynn so long? She doesn't deserve you. Leave her. And that's what he posted with laughing face emoji. And then when he was asked again if he was still with Falynn, he posted this video right here. Just a warning, excuse the language in advance, but I have to play exactly what he posted so that what I'm about to say after can make sense.
Fuck no. And I'm gonna stand on that. Okay. And they can get in my DM. You can get in my DM all you want.
And that right there just shared more insights to the reason why they're no longer together. It's this split personality. One moment, bonus dad, yay. 10 toes down, love, 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 and, calmness and all of this beautiful thing. And then the next moment is bleep no, and I'm going to stand on that, and inserting a video like that, but then acting surprised that social media is dragging her or sensing some form of animosity, but it's based on what you're saying and how you're moving and what you're posting, because it's all over the place and it's an inconsistency. And now I completely understand why it didn't work. And I'm not putting all of this on Jaylan. I'm sure Falynn had her moments as well. But the way how he's answering some of these questions and the way how he's moving, it's providing more insight on the reason why it didn't work out. All right, next question. Did watching the show back make you realize that Falynn is toxic? Jaylan responded, toxic is a word that has been thrown around too easily now. I would not say she was toxic. She just has trauma and healing that she needs to work on. And I have childhood trauma that I need to work on, which I am doing actively. So at least he talked about his own. And of course, at the very beginning, I said, don't jump into a new relationship just like that. Take your time. But hey, things happen. Life happens and people grow and live and learn. What did you learn from your experience on the show? What I learned from this show is no relationship is perfect. Nobody is perfect. But if you really love your partner, you will make things work and put your all into. Another thing I learned, no matter how long you guys have been together, your friendship will always need maintenance. Same question over and over again. Are you guys still together? No. Are you still working out your relationship with Falynn? Nope. LOL. Time will tell. So the door is open. It's not closed. Are you and Falynn working it out, or that's it? At this exact moment, we aren't, but who knows what the future holds? Like they say, if it's meant to be, it will be. So like I said, the door is still open. Why did you guys separate after the show? I was looking forward to your wedding, still praying for you guys. And then Jaylan responded, thank you, with a praying hand emoji. Do you feel the show helped you? Yes, it definitely was an eye-opener. All I can say, I am so sorry you both decided on calling it quits after the show. I think this person meant, I hope you both get back together. And he responded, thank you. Will you and Falynn ever rekindle y'all's relationship as one? What's meant for you will always find its way back to you. Are you and Falynn on speaking terms? If it does not pertain to Emma or the boys, then no. I just wish you both can come back and continue your relationship. It's not the end of the world. Did you move on to? I see Falynn has a new man. LOL, whatever Falynn does with her love life is up to her. Me, on the other hand, chose the healing route to make sure I can be the person I can be for me and my daughter. Whereas in Falynn's case, she feels like heal from what? Okay, the relationship didn't work out. Next, I'm happy. I'm in love. I'm still going to counseling. I'm still living my life. I'm still getting help with childhood trauma and all of that. However, when it comes to loving someone else, being happy, and living my life, I'm not about to put my life on hold because a past relationship, a love, did not work out. I'm moving forward, but it's actually deeper than that. Jumping in the next one without fully healing from the last one, and not just because of the person, but what are things that I did differently in a relationship? What are things that I can improve on? What are things that, I can work on? All of those little bricks and time that you spend by yourself and you sit in it and you go through your healing process will then help not only your love life, but your life in general, because you're giving yourself time to just breathe and heal before you jump into the next thing. But you know what? Falynn is a grown woman. She says she knows what she's doing. So I do wish her the best. I enjoyed both you and Falynn on the show. I wish you both the best. Don't give up. And he responded, thank you, with a praying hand emoji. Not a question. You are very mature for your age, and you are also a good man. Thank you so much, he responded. Just wanted to say you a fine young man. Hope all is well and getting better. He responded, why, thank you, praying hand and heart emojis. No question, just know you are fine and a great man at a young age. And of course, he responded with thank you. And the last question, so what is next in store for Jaylan? He responded, I'll be back on your TV real soon. So I'm not going to give any more commentary. I've said everything. I do wish the both of them the best. So far, they've been very mature about the breakup. They're not on social media dragging each other, even though there are some posts that might lead you to give them a little side eye a little bit. But excluding that, and for the most part, I'm proud of them. They're doing great. And hopefully it continues to last and go this way. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.